Hey, how are you? In this video, we will be talk about top 10 best action adventure watch alone web series. Also available in Hindi. Available on Netflix. Number 10, Curse. Curse is described as a reimagining of the Arthurian legend, told through the eyes of Nimue, a young heroine with a mysterious gift who is destined to become the powerful and tragic Lady of the Lake. After her mother's death, she finds an unexpected partner in Arthur, a young mercenary, in a quest to find Merlin and deliver an ancient sword to him. Over the course of her journey, Nimue will become a symbol of courage and rebellion against the terrifying Red Paladins and their complicit King Arthur. In addition, Andrea calls the show a coming-of-age story whose themes are familiar to our own time. The obliteration of the natural world, religious terror, senseless war, and fighting the courage to lead in the face of the impossible. Cursed is an American fantasy drama streaming television series that premiered on Netflix on July 17, 2020. It is based on the illustrated novel of the same name by Frank Miller and Tom Wheeler. The set location of the series is the United Kingdom. In July 2021, the series was cancelled after one session. Number 9, Knightfall. Knightfall chronicles the mysterious but true accounts of the Knights Templar, the elite warriors of the Crusades. It delves into the great secrets protected by the Templars and tells the story of faith, loyalty, and brotherhood that helped sustain these warriors on the battlefield, and the dark events that would forever sear the infamous date of Friday the 13th into the world's psyche. Number 8, The Wheel of Time, 2021. Set in a high fantasy world where magic exists but only some can access it, a woman named Moiraine crosses paths with 5 young men and women. This sparks a dangerous world-spanning journey based on the book series by Robert Jordan. Number 7, Vikings Vahalla, 2022. Vikings Vahalla begins in the early 11th century and chronicles the legendary adventures of some of the most famous Vikings who ever lived. Leif Erik's son, Freydis Erik's daughter, Harald Hardrada, and the Norman king, William the Conqueror. These men and women will blaze a path as they fight for survival in the ever-changing and evolving world. Number 6, Shadow and Bone, 2021. In a world where dark forces have taken over, a young map maker, Alina Starkov, accidentally discovers that she has the power to change the fate of the war. She is the only one who has the power to summon light, and this will make her play a key role in this war. Dark forces conspire against orphan map maker Alina Starkov when she unleashes an extraordinary power that could change the fate of her war-torn world. Number 5, Marco Polo. After 3 years crossing seas, deserts, and the Silk Road, a young Marco Polo finds himself a prisoner of the great Kublai Khan. Kublai learns of betrayal by his brother Eric of Karakoram during the siege of the farming city of Wuchang as Kublai Khan battles his warmonger brother for rule over Mongolia. Marco Polo is an American drama streaming television series inspired by Marco Polo's early years in the court of Kublai Khan, the Khagan of the Mongol Empire and the founder of the Yuan dynasty, 1271 to 1368. The show premiered on Netflix on December 12, 2014. The series was created by John Fusco and stars Lorenzo Richelme in the title role with Benedict Wong as Kublai Khan. It was produced by the Winston Company on January 7, 2015. Marco Polo was renewed by Netflix for a 10-episode second season, which premiered on July 1, 2016. In a world replete with greed, betrayal, sexual intrigue, and rivalry, Marco Polo is based on the famed explorer's adventures in Kublai Khan's court in 13th century Mongolia. Number 4, In the Badlands, 2015 to 2019. 500 years from now, war has left the world in ruins. The Badlands, a region of former North American states, are ruled over by the barons, 7 men and women who control their own territories and raise armies of lethal fighters called clippers. Regent Sunny, a highly skilled fighter and the deadliest head clipper for Baron Quinn, battles the nomads and rescues a mysterious mysterious boy named MK who harbors a dark secret about his past when he brings him back to the fort to train as a colt, a clipper in training. Things quickly get out of hand with another trainee. When first blood is drawn, MK loses control of himself as if something takes over his body, making the boy valuable to an opposing baron. The widow, meanwhile, Sunny discovers MK's pendant has the same image as the one on his childhood compass of a place called Ezra, the boy's home. In order to seek out the truth about his own past, Sunny wants to know more of this city beyond the Badlands and must find a way out, especially now that his lover Vale is illegally pregnant with his child. Number 3. The Last Kingdom 2015 to 2022. As Alfred the Great defends his kingdom from Norse invaders, Uhtred, born a Saxon but raised by Vikings, seeks to claim his ancestral birthright. In the year 872, many of the separate kingdoms of what is now England have fallen to the invading Danes, leaving the great kingdom of Wessex standing alone and defiant under the command of King Alfred. Against this turbulent backdrop lives Uhtred, born to a Saxon nobleman. He is captured by the Danes and raised as one of their own, forced to choose between his birth country and the people of his upbringing. His loyalties are ever tested. What is he, Saxon or Dane? On a quest to reclaim his birthright, Uhtred must tread a dangerous path between both sides to play his part in the birth of a new nation and ultimately recapture his ancestral lands. The setting is a historical one of England roughly around 800 to 900 AD. The conflict involves the Vikings, who are eager to take more ground, and the native English peoples, are more correctly the Saxons, who desire to hold the ground they have and repel the Vikings from England. The main protagonist is a fictional character, although his birthplace and enemies who contest him, Abba, Abbe Lothbrok and Guthrum, are real figures. Number 2. The Witcher 2019. Geralt of Rivia, a brooding professional monster hunter for hire, also known as Witcher, struggles to keep his humanity in a medieval dark fantasy world ruled by corrupt kings, queens and mages, where poverty, violence and intolerance are rampant. Normal humans are sometimes worse than actual monsters, and most jobs they pay well involve the darkest of human emotions and desires. Yennefer of Vengerberg is an ambitious mage who came from nothing and wants everything. Princess Cirilla or Ciri is a young girl who may or may not possess some great mysterious power within her. Their destinies, seemingly quite different, slowly intertwine in a rather cosmic fashion. Their companions include Jaskier the Bard, Geralt's endearingly annoying friend and hype man, vowed to spread the word of his heroics throughout the continent, even if he has to embellish them a little for a few coins more. Tisaya DeVries, Yennefer's secretive mentor who believes in tough love, and Triss Marigold, a good-natured druidic mage and trustworthy friend. The Nilfgaardian Empire's sudden brutal invasion of the kingdom of Sintra, ruled by Cirilla's protective grandmother, warrior queen Calanthe, puts their lives in great danger. Geralt of Rivia is a witcher, a mutant with special powers who kills monsters for money. The land is in a state of turmoil due to the Empire of Nilfgaard seeking to enlarge its territory. Among the refugees of this struggle is Cirilla, the princess of Sintra, one of Nilfgaard's victims. She and Geralt share a destiny. Meanwhile, another figure looms large in Geralt's adventures, Yennefer, a sorceress. Number 1. Vikings 2013 to 2020. The adventures of Ragnar Lothbrok, the greatest hero of his age. The series tells the saga of Ragnar's band of Viking brothers and his family as he rises to become king of the Viking tribes, as well as being a fearless warrior. Ragnar embodies the Norse traditions of devotion to the gods. Legend has it that he was a direct descendant of Odin, the god of war and warriors. The story of how Ragnar Lothbrok, a Norse farmer with a thirst for exploration, who becomes the king of the Northmen. Lothbrok, clouded by ambition and an urge to attain supremacy, leads his men and his family to glory in the historic lands of Britain and France. Vikings is inspired by the sagas of Viking Ragnar Lothbrok, one of the best known legendary Norse heroes and notorious as the scourge of England and France. The show portrays Ragnar as a farmer who rises to fame by successful raids into England and eventually becomes a Scandinavian king with the support of his family and fellow warriors. In the later seasons, the series follows the fortunes of his sons and their adventures in England, Scandinavia, and the Mediterranean. The series broadly follows the exploits of the legendary Viking chieftain Ragnar Lothbrok and his crew, and later those of his sons. The first season of the series begins at the start of the Viking Age, marked by the Lindisfarne raid in 793.